Well, hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of our tour of Tokyo. We are in Arakawa-ku Ward today, and we are enjoying the wonderful sights of a very interesting place along one of the many rivers that flow through Tokyo. So let's just jump right in here. 4 minutes as always. The hard thing about Arakawa is it doesn't really show up on the maps, as I learned when I was trying to make sure I remember where all these things go. So we'll have to be a little bit careful how we place our pin. Okay, we are on the 306. We've seen this number before in some other ones, with the 4 coming up. So Arakawa basically is this little sliver of land in here, in between all the other ones that have names, but you don't see a name for it. But it is one of the special wards. And we're looking for the 306. There it is, coming upon the 4. Makes sense. There's a big train right next to us. Unlucky pachinko parlor. There's the train running to our north. There we go. Like that. And we started on a side road. We went northeast, and we are practically at that train. Now the train is running. Yeah, we're going. Train is running almost north. Yeah, almost east-west perfectly, which means, are we actually on? No, this is more like east-west. So we came up the road. Komatsu? That's not where we... Yeah, we did start by the pachinko parlor, but there's a building, company building down the road. This must be the mall and the pachinko parlor. There's the building. Okay. We are at the back end of this building here, I guess. What do we got? We've got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Side. That's that building. So this has to be the one we're in front of right here. Yep, we got it. Minute left to go. Not too bad. 1 meter away. Nice and easy when we've got lots of buildings with names around us. Not too bad. It was a little confusing. I thought this whole thing was a pachinko parlor, and apparently it just owns a section of it or a floor. It's a bit confusing, but that, yeah, the 306 and the 4 and then train makes it pretty easy. The Ueno Tokyo line, a very major JR route, makes it even easier to find. So very nice with that one. Well, yeah, that's Arakawa. It's actually named for the river that runs right here, but as you notice, it doesn't actually touch it because there's a little bit of a sliver of Adachi ward that takes up the riverbank. The problem is one of its branches used to run over here, and then kind of things shift and move and kind of names happen. So it gets its name from the river, but it doesn't actually touch it. So you got to know we're just south of this. And again, it doesn't actually show up on the map a whole lot, so you have to be a little bit careful about that. But you do see Arakawa things scattered around, like the national park and some of the station names and hospital. So you can use those as reference points if you need to for that one. Now let's jump into round 2 here. Okay, another pretty nice, very nice location. The fact that we have a bus stop, Minami Senju Hachichome. There's Tokyo Skytree in the distance to our south. And this might be a decent intersection to try to pinpoint ourselves. Bellport and Family Marts are always nice because they've got these on them. Okay, so we must be Minami. I could have sworn I just saw it. Where'd it go? Minami Senju. I was like, I swore I saw that on the map, and I zoomed in and it disappeared. There it is. And we are in Hachicho. Look around the station. There's Hachi. That's neighborhood 8. That's not Hachicho, actually. This city is very poorly labeled. I think this is the major road we just hit. But I don't see any Cho listed. There's Nana. Ah, here's Minami. Okay. Ni. Yeah, we're obviously not any of the Yonsho. It's just a whole lovely train yard here, apparently. Okay, so we need a new reference point. There is a park. What park is this? That might be worth finding. Oh, there's a bridge to our sort of southeast of our starting location. Okay, yeah, southeast. Okay, over here is a bridge. There's a nice park. Quite a few parks. Do we know what the bridge name is? Bridge names are very helpful in Japan, if we can spot it. I didn't see the name anywhere. Oh, but then across the river is the 6. That makes sense. There's not a park along the river. Yes, there is. There's a very big park along the river. The river is kind of, yeah, okay. We are in front of lots of parks, but I wish I could find the name for this thing. Oh, here we go. Shiori. Ah, there it is. Ritsu something Koen. Okay. Problem if it's this long thing. Could also be this one. I clicked. Yeah, I was like, this has to be it. That's a different show. That's a different neighborhood. We have to be up here. Ah. And then I clicked. Ah, there it is. And I clicked on this spot and it didn't take it. That's a bit unfortunate. We still wouldn't have been very close. We would have been a lot closer. Yeah, from that. A little bit confused. This looked very similar. And then I realized in the last second this is a different neighborhood and then didn't move my mouse. There we go. Well, there's our one bad round for today. A bit of a tidbit for you, Calamity, and all my other Austrian buddies out there. This ward is a sister city with Vienna. Well, rather, it's a sister district city of a district in Vienna, to be more precise. That's very nice. So a little bit of German, Austrian influence coming in here. Yeah, and the natural park, which we took a look at a bit, is a pretty major area. Lots of nice things and a major attraction for the area. So if you're in Arakawa ward, check it out. We'll get into round number 3 here, and another decent location. get us started. So let's go hunting. Odai. There's a train. Very north-south road. Odai. I still don't see any neighborhood. Oh, there it is. So we're west something. Odai makes sense. Nishiogu ku, but voiced, so gu. Yogu. We are in May 17. There's 7, 6. It'd be nice if we could see. There's 2. We do know there's a train, and that does seem to fit. It should be somewhere in here, right? Go back to the start. So the train was to our north, so we want to go south a bit. Is there a Domino's pizza? I don't see a Domino's. There's a mini stop. And what else do we got? We've got smaller businesses. Oh, a bank. That's probably good. There's the mini stop. There's the bank. We start north of that. And then the road comes in pretty sharp and then meets. Okay, can we find the Domino's? And there's a road just up that branches off. I think this might be it. I think there's a Domino's. Yep, there's the Domino's right in front of it. Okay, now there's a side road right here. This has got to be it. About as good as it's gonna get. Yep, 5K, 1 meter away. How about that? Spot on. Not too bad. Not a very confusing round at all. Probably one of the most interesting things about this ward is it's kind of industrial in the sense that it was on the waterfront. So obviously you need the water for industry since even more classical times. But it was also an execution ground in the Edo period. It's called Kozu Kappara. And it is kind of infamous in the sense that it does get tourists, but it's not something they like to brag about. I did, when I was looking up, a lot of kind of bloggers and tourists say that they sought it out and it was a very strange thing. But any Japanese mention of it was rather lacking. So you can tell that they're not exactly wanting people to know about it, but it's not hard to find despite that. So we'll get into round number 4 here and see if we can keep that one bad round, the only bad round we had. Another lovely park next to the river. Yes, river is to our north, running very east-west. We're on a nice little road. And this is the same area we just were at. Now, is this a legit road? It's a park. Arakawa, no, not that one. Playground. Here we go. Ogunohara Park. There we go. That was easy. Now, we started down away from it. There's a times parking and it dips in. Aha! I've found you. No, we started further north than that. So we're north of that. Times rental car. Now this is going to be really hard to pinpoint because there's nothing. There's a road in right behind us. And then there's the path with the stairs. The stairs are pretty much directly north. I think that's about as good as it's going to get. We can't see anything really the other direction. There's supposedly a pond over here, but there's no marks. The only marks we have is this stairway right here. And I think we're going to have to try to use that. 0 meters! How about that? Woo! Not too bad. This is going to go by fast because we don't even need the whole 4 minutes. That's what I'm talking about. Very nice. Let's just keep going. Let's get into round 5, and we got another great location. Major train intersection here. This will be very nice. If this is actually a station, yes, it is. It's on the Tokyo Metro as well. It is Nishi-Nippori Station. So we can actually look at all the big blue names here. Well, I thought we could. Should be one of these. Oh, there it is, the big one. Okay, and we are facing north. This is the west exit. Ah, it actually might, the station is, where is the station? The station to our north? Yeah. If the station's to our north, then we're further south down here. No, we're not that far away. The problem is there is no Nishi-Nippori. I think there's supposed to be a bank. We don't see an actual station. That's a little bit of a confusing thing. You gotta remember, just because there's a train exit doesn't mean it's actually... Yeah, it's the 58. Aha, that's why. There's Osho. Yeah, we've got a line here, and this station is massive. And you can see here the red. And this is the exit we've got. There's the West 2 exit. So we are in here somewhere. And the actual station is to our kind of west. Over here is the big station. This is a secondary line and access. We are pretty much right at the corner of this Osho. Where'd it go? In the far lane, maybe this lane and then this lane. Something like that. I think it's about as good as it's gonna get. 5K. I don't think theoretically we could be far enough off as if we were anywhere in this corner, but I think it was good enough. Not too bad. I think that was 4 aces. Let's view our summary. It was. And then one disaster where we just were about not even a kilometer away. We just caught the wrong bridge. And it was really annoying that we didn't actually have a name for it. I spent a little bit too long looking for that. And the signs weren't in a decent spot. And so we managed to catch those a little bit too late. But other than that, 5 very nice rounds. We were by Odai Station right next to the river. We were by the huge station of Nishi-Nippori. And another nice station here, right? We were close to Minowa, and we caught a couple other train lines to really help us out. So yeah, if you're in Tokyo, any of these wards, really take a look at those trains if you can find one. And the rivers, really great for pinpointing. Not our best score because we had a pretty terrible round this one, but a very nice one. I think that was the most aces other than a perfect, obviously you can get. But yeah, 4 aces, not bad at all. Well, thank you all for watching. If you like this little tour of Arakawa, please check out the other wards. We've done a couple of them by now, and we got one coming out every week for the next month or couple of months. So definitely hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of them. If you like the map, I am playing maps by a Japanese map maker, so it is hard to find those maps sometimes. So I do have a link down the little doobly-doo below that will let you click on that and play the map yourself to see how you do in all these different wards. And I'll see you next time. Take care.